could never win. Let that 40 split it with. You know I get to the money. You know I'm stacking these 50s and 100s. Shawty got ass in abundance. You know I hit in that shawty start running. You know that I'm on the come up. Cold in the winter and hot in the summer. You know I get to the money.
Hey guys, what it is, and welcome back to my channel. Let's bring it back. Let me tell you what happened. Back in 2019, I think, maybe 2018, Sophiology, which is here on YouTube, uploaded a video of this wig that she had with like patch highlights, and it was like, you know, ash blonde, and then it was mostly brown with some black like roots. And at the time I was like, girl, I just want that hairstyle. I just want it. If I could have just took the wig off through the screen and just gave it to me, I would have definitely done that, but that wasn't an option. So since we are in quarantine because Miss Rona wants to act her ass up like she ain't got no damn home training, I decided to try it again, and I was like, hey, if it comes out bad, ain't nobody gonna see it, and even if it comes out good, ain't nobody gonna see it but my Instagram followers. BTW, since we're talking about Instagram followers, go follow your girl. But I'm like, either way, if it comes out good or bad, nobody has to see my fuck up. So let's give it a try. Honey, I'm gonna tell you something right now. It took maybe $100 in like materials to get this wig. So I meant like with all of the like the gels and the sprays and the multiple rounds of dyeing and the 2 boxes of toner and the this and that, and I ain't had no curling iron, so I had to go get a new curling iron, and like hair silk. Like, honey, one thing I do want to put out here before you even watch the rest of this video, honey, if the quarantine coins ain't coming your way, don't try this hairstyle. And if you ain't got the quarantine patience, I mean, ain't nothing else to do, but if you just ain't got the patience, don't do this either, because I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all, this wig took me about 5 good days, like a whole like business week full of work. I mean, granted, I look bomb, but honey, I still work full time, and that 5 days, that was a decent amount of time. So if you want to see how I got this hairstyle, continue to watch the video. So first I wanted to show you guys that this hair did come in black, and also show you that these are some beauty supply bundles that we're using today. So I wanted to show you an affordable way to get this hairstyle. So now I'm showing you that I'm just pinning down the wig with some T-pins to keep it in place, and in the next clip I'll show you all the products we'll be using. Could someone please tell me where the hell is the rest of my bleach? Like, for real, like this ain't even 1/3 of the freaking container. Like, L'Oreal, you owe me some coins. You owe me some dollars back or something.
You better fucking fix this shit right now! I literally am gonna die. I need an ambulance.
No, but for real, G, I'm mad as hell. So now we're gonna just get into the actual dyeing portion of this video. So now I'm just gonna be going into those 2 parts of the bang that are gonna be highlighted. Of course, I need to do these portions first because I need them to be the lightest, and that's just what Sophiology does. I'm also getting underneath there, making sure the dye gets everywhere and we're not missing any places. Once I'm finished with that, I'm just gonna wrap it up with some foil and then move on to the next section. And of course, after finishing every section, you're gonna wrap the piece in foil. Now we're just going to move to the back of the head, which is honestly a lot more easier. What you're going to do is just ombre the hair like you regularly would. No need for any type of special angles or anything, just regularly ombreing it. And once finishing with the whole head, you can go back into certain sections and add in some more bleach, as you can see me doing in this clip. So this is what the hair looks like when everything's been washed out. So of course this cannot all be lifted in one single sitting. So what I'm going to be doing now is going back over the sections that we already bleached and go up a little bit higher, so when we actually get to the coloring, parts that would be brown are the newly parts that are bleached, and then parts that would be blonde are the pieces that have been bleached twice. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is how it looks when everything's done. Of course, I've washed out all the bleach on the hair, and now I'm just going to go in with this toner, and all you have to do is really just put it over the pieces that you want to be ash blonde. And then that's it. Just wash it out. Now to my favorite part, which is the coloring. And we're going to use these conditioners for deep conditioning, so keep those. But first, we're going to protect our lace by spraying down some hairspray. And then we're going to get into dyeing our roots black, so we have a nice gradient look. Now, this is my favorite part of the whole hairstyle, dyeing the bundles. In this section, you're going to need a little bit more patience, skill, and a towel to wipe off your hands from the dye. That beat gets me every time. Anyway, what you're going to be doing is adding brown dye onto the parts that we just freshly bleached, and then ash blonde dye onto the parts that are pretty much blonde already. We just want them to look a little bit more ash blonde. What you're going to do after each one of these sections is make sure you get a dye brush and really blend in the colors so they're not just blotchy, and then put in full between every single section. It should look like this once you're all complete. So once the processing time was finished, I washed it out with purple shampoo, but girl, look at my highlights. Like, they just popping, and that's just on period. Once everything was finished, I blow dried, flat ironed, and curled the wig. And girl, just look at it. Look at the highlights. Look at my scalp, just popping. Nah, but seriously, G, I don't know how to act when my hair is done. Like, I be acting like a whole fool. But anyway, I had my wig tacked down by a little bandana. So what I'm doing is just making sure everything's dry, cutting off the lace, making sure everything look good. Like, boo, like lace wear. Like, for real though. Making sure everything looked nice and everything. Now what I'm going to be doing is just putting some concealer in my parts where I wanted to look a little bit more like, you know, my scalp overall. This was another thing that I learned from Sophiology. Instead of just drawing a straight line in your part, actually patting in the concealer makes it look a lot more natural. Last thing I'm going to do is just make some baby hairs, and then I'm overall finished with this hairstyle. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up. If you are new here, give your girl a subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
You know that I'm on the come up, cold in the winter and hot in the summer. You know I get to the money.
It took an hour just to apply an intro and outro and all that, but okay.